What's good, Crucian fam? It's your boy Kef.
And it's your girl Nye.
And we're back with another video.
Hey,
and so for today, we are doing something brand new.
Wait, we are? Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
Wow. So yes. So Agencia does show me like just different things that might be, whether it's on like on Twitter or like just any type of news, anything to kind of like pick my brain, have like different conversations about it. And we came across this one that was very interesting, and we decided that we want to use our platform to share our thoughts and also spearhead like different conversations around these things that we've decided to dub Cruttitian takes. All right, and so welcome to the first episode.
So today's episode is inspired by this video I saw on Twitter. So basically it was a TikTok of this mother kind of sharing a little about like the journey or the relationship that her daughter has with her father. And it started out by saying like after almost 10 years, like he's just meeting his daughter for the first time. I think the mom left, like I guess wherever they were living when she was like 2 weeks old or something. And this is the first time the father is like making an effort to come and see her. And then there was a part 2 of the TikTok that said like after he left and went back wherever he was living, that the daughter would text him and call him and he wouldn't respond to her text. He wouldn't answer her calls, like he declined them, wouldn't call her back or anything like that. So, you know, the daughter was naturally feeling really sad about it. So the video went on to show that apparently he reached out to the mom sometime later on and was like, you know, I want to do better by her, blah, 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 blah. So he came back, met the daughter again for her birthday. And yeah, and the mom was talking about, you know, I'm proud of him no matter how many tries it takes. I'm trying to say this without my face seeming really biased, guys, but yeah. So today's topic is about whether or not an inconsistent parent is better than no parent. Yeah. And no, we're not parents. We're plant parents, but still, we can have an opinion because we have parents.
What can I say? You know, like an inconsistent parent versus no parent at all. Like,
oh wait, sorry. Let me just clarify. Like, not saying no parents like at all. Like, she has her mom, but her dad is inconsistent.
Okay.
So she has one parent. I'm not saying like someone with like no parents at all.
Okay. So yeah. So basically, like an inconsistent other parent versus just like
one
a single
parent. Yeah.
parent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's definitely an interesting thing to like think about, because I think we have to you have to like clarify like what sort of inconsistency are we like talking about. In the instance of that video with like the dad, you know, it was kind of crazy, because like after he like reunited with her like the first time, he disappeared again, like legitimately just disappeared. And you know, that can really hurt kids. You know, like that's not like a small thing, you know. And then thinking about like the single parenthood, you know, I could definitely have some leanings toward like not having encountered that stuff at all, because like, you know, at least you wouldn't have to deal with like that roller coaster type of like experience. So like in
You're conflicted?
yeah, like because like it's not like it honestly depends. Like if you have a situation where like the one parent is legitimately consistently being inconsistent, then like you're just nasty for that. You know what I mean? So like in that case, I think I may lean more towards like the just having like the one thing, you know.
Okay.
So
And I definitely said it. For me, it's better that that inconsistent parent not be there at all. Like, so let me rewind, because first the mother, she she really upset me with that one comment talking about, I'm proud of him no matter how many tries it takes. Girl, if you don't move,
I was
stupid.
I was definitely like, okay, I don't know about like proud. You know, it's very hard for me to express, I guess, the idea of bonus pride or pride in general in something that you would think is a natural requirement.
Correct.
You know, and of course, this is me saying this without knowing like any circumstances behind, like, you know, why he might have been like absent. Like, this is devoid of all that. Well, maybe she just ain't allow him to see her and all this different stuff. And even if that was the case, I still like I still don't like fully get behind like that sort of thing. But none of that was specified. We just know in the thing that he was just gone for like 10 years. And yeah, for her to like be like just kind of be like unconditionally proud of him, it was just weird and whatnot. So as we know with the video, it's still an ongoing thing, and so we know that like he's still in the middle of like, I guess, trying or whatever.
Well, when the video recorded and then yes.
Yeah.
We don't know what happened after that.
Yes. We don't know like the outcome. We don't know what the future holds. So it is my hope that, you know, he sticks to what he's doing, but in the event of like, you know, he just continues to just do that ghosting stuff, then yeah, I'd rather like, just have like the one static parent, because at least you have like that opportunity of like solidarity, even if it's only 50% present, as standardized by the nuclear parent format.
Listen, so I don't know. So one, the mother, she's welded, because you need to be more concerned about your child's emotions. Like, someone commented on Twitter and was like, if your child is crying every time she sees you, you're doing something wrong. Because why are you crying every single, like, I understand tears of joy, but that child is just overwhelmed. If she's sad, she's happy, like every single time she's crying. Like, it's wild to me. And first of all, whether or not the mother wasn't letting you see the child for 10 years, anyways, like, that was wild. But if the mother wasn't letting you see the child for 10 years and you really wanted to see your child, you would make it happen. But yeah, so that's my first thing. My second thing is, so, and we had a conversation earlier about, you know, like friends and family and kind of like the difference. But my thing is, like, you wouldn't want an inconsistent partner. You wouldn't want an inconsistent friend. Like, why should you be forced to accept an inconsistent parent? Because that's your blood. Like, if anything, that's the one or the set of persons that should not be treating you like that. Leave that for strangers that meet you on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like,
that is a pretty good point. you know. Yeah, definitely a great point that I can appreciate. You know, it's just funny at the same time because I I personally am family is like cool, but I personally don't place any like automatic expectations for like family. Like I'm not like, yeah, family over everything necessarily, like that sort of thing. Like no matter what, that's your like that's definitely not me. But from a developmental standpoint, these are the people that are going to be most present during your formative years and those types of stuff. So from that angle, I can certainly appreciate something like that, and it definitely doesn't help in your like upbringing. Even if you say like, yeah, I learned from it, I got like different insight from it. It's not necessarily something that like should have happened in the first place, because you could have easily benefited from that nuclear household in ways that you never even like experienced. There was no need to go through that type of like pain and stuff, or like experience.
I mean, a nuclear household isn't necessary, because I'm not saying, like, I don't believe in that whole parents sticking together for their child nonsense. Like, I find that to be total BS. But you can have both parents in your life without it being a nuclear family.
Yeah.
So, but to add to your point, like when she grows up, like you don't know the effect that this will have on her. She might recognize, like, man, like my father being in and out of my life when I was younger, like really traumatized me. And she might learn from that, or she might not notice that she's even traumatized, and then like these terrible behaviors, she picks them up or she allows it in relationships. And I'm not just talking like boyfriend, girlfriend, like that's a concern as well, but even like friendship relationships. So it gets to the point like, what are you really, and this is like at the mother, like what is she really teaching her daughter to accept? Like she needs to put her foot down and be like, at some point you're either all in or you're all out, because it's borderline emotional abuse. Especially him not answering, like declining her calls.
That part was definitely like the most heartbreaking thing, like, and really creates like that point of inconsistency that we're like talking about. It's like one thing to see and absorb that reaction that like she had, but then for you to legitimately just then like you're on this high and then you just drop it off just like that on a preteen, like, yeah, that is really like the part where it's like, yo, that's no good, dude. So yeah, and definitely as you were talking about with like the expectations that that are called into question with like her mom, are like important to note. But I definitely have like a big concern with the relationships that she would form as a result of like experiences like that, or lack thereof. Because again, like the family and those things that you like pick up, next to your peers, are some of the most important components in your own development. And just having that baseline thing absent is like one thing, but having those behaviors exhibited, so like you come in and you come out with no explanation and those types of things, it's like those things are reinforced in one way or another. So yeah, it's definitely not a good thing to endorse.
And I didn't even think about the other sides. I was thinking about like the negative relationships that she could form, but I didn't even think that like she might not even form those relationships, because then she's concerned, well, this person is just going to leave me anyway, so why even bother?
Yep. So yeah, there's it's just not a good template for you to just absorb and aid you in your relationship formation.
She's at a crucial time in her life, like where she's really learning like how to form these relationships. And so I want to believe that they would have had some sort of contact before, because from the video, like when she met him in person that first time, and her mom asked, "Who is this?" She was like, "My dad." So she has some sort of idea who he is, but she actually never met him in person.
Yeah. I think she sent pictures of him or something like that.
I'm honestly not sure like what the backstory there is.
Me either. But yeah, definitely would have had some kind of contact prior.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man. It's tough. And of course, you know, us like on the outside looking in, it's easy to give our opinions and say this and that. The little girl might feel differently. You know, like I could see, you know, she'd want love from her father. Like, that's your dad.
Naturally so.
Yeah, because I mean, and again, like we're observing and like saying what we think might happen, but it's very possible that you're like, man, that's my dad. You know, like even if he only shows up a few times, you know, I'm glad he shows up. And then it could also be like the thought of, well, why doesn't he love me? Like, why doesn't he want to be consistent in my life? So. I don't know, but it can be easy.
Yeah, no, not at all.
And this doesn't apply to just like father-daughter relationships. Like this is like we use that because that was the video, but this is for any like inconsistent parent, mother-son, mother-daughter, father-son, like any sort of inconsistent relationship, inconsistent parent. Like I find that this relates, or this relates to that for me.
Yeah, definitely.
So parents, love your kids. And if you don't want to look after kids, don't have any. Thank you.
Wrap it up.
All right.
Wrap it up.
You can wrap this up now.
Oh. So yeah, that's pretty much it for our thoughts on that matter. And so, as usual, we will have the link to that in the comments so that you can see the full thing. Please be sure to, you know, leave any comments, leave your feedback. You know, do you agree with us? Are you on the fence? Do you think we're full of shit? Just, you know, let us know. We want to be able to spark that conversation and just be able to move forward with this sort of thing.
Yeah, and if you've had an inconsistent parent in your life and you're willing to share, like let us know what effect you think you've had you think it's had on you, and whether or not like you agree with our thoughts. All right guys, so once again, thank you so much for tuning into this video. We love bringing content to you. If you love this Crucian takes idea and you have something that you want us to talk about, let us know. You could easily drop it in the comments. If you know us personally, send us a message. Just let us know what you guys would like us to talk about, and we will come and bang off with both. Alright guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and of course share this video, and we'll see. Oh wait, new videos on Fridays. Full stop. Fridays only. Alright.